Just to give an overall idea about the demo, we are treating some semantic data models that are in particular some document models, the semantic models that regard the hierarchy, the process hierarchy that Abilab is promoting in the Italian banking system as the original semantic description for documents. And together with some lexical resources, these are models made available to some chain of processing and analytics over documentation that produced metadata creation functions. The test bed is here realized through a graphical user interface. It is able to activate the knowledge enrichment, and it will be used to search for part of the semantic models, starting from simple natural language expression. The test bed now could be also doubled to make the knowledge and document enrichment materials produced as persistent into some data management, external data management and the storage system, and in particular to enrich components in the Infinitec ecosystem, such as the polyglot environment. About the functioning of the test bed. Here we are able to insert a generic test or a definition. Here the definition is about a concept that is definizione budget aziendale, that is the definition of the company budget. And here there is a long definition that comes from the ontology. The definition is correct and the system is asked to recognize it. The recognition is driven by neural models that accept the definition, and this process is robust because if you can play the system repeatedly and manipulate the test, you see that the system is resilient to changes. So it is not depending on lexical patterns, but is the result of the semantic modeling of the relationship between the text and the ontology. Here you see some changes that affect, for example, the description of the activity, and the different descriptions are manipulated in consistent manners. And in this case, the consistency is reflected by the system definition, because the recognizer of the consistency of this statement is still accepting the statement and accepting the corresponding metadata. But if the change is affecting some core information in this definition, here we see that we change the target process, so we change the words that are defining and referring the target process. Gestione caselle postali means management of mail boxes. The system is correctly rejecting the statement and rejecting the corresponding metadata. The second part of the demo is just regarding the creation of metadata from raw text. The ability of the system is to take a free text. Here we just copy and paste some passages from actual banking documents where some reports are referred. The classification of a text like this that is open is pointing to the specific nodes of the ontology that are recovered. As you see here, the text to be classified was just about compliance reporting, and it is the most preferred concept, spotted by the system. The other ones are monitoring of compliance to mitigation action, or detection of risks of non-conformity, are of course related to the stuff, and the really last ones show decreasing levels of relevance, and we are measuring the coherence of the system that is actually quite high, over the 90% of the performances, and this is really promising for an industrial exploitation of the system.